Formula 1 in rise in Germany. With the big news is that the majority of the teams have decided to bring in their final upgrades this season, although not Jaguar, as they brought theirs earlier at Japan. Ferrari are hoping that this will be enough to claim both the drivers and the constructors' world title, although Sebastian Vettel is looking very on edge. Still, having gone from being a title challenger to now firmly having to back up his teammate from the threat from Max Verstappen and Esteban Ocon. Renault, meanwhile, are hoping that Ricciardo's good form continues in recent races, and hopefully he can start to get some more podiums and also to start to back Ocon up. However, rumours are that Ricciardo isn't too happy about backing his less experienced teammate up in the World Championship, and instead of focusing on his own ambitions at a seat elsewhere for 2021 potentially. Mercedes also brought their upgrades. Rumours are flying around that they could be withdrawing from 2021 after a dismal 2020, a season lying down at the bottom of the order as opposed up there winning races with Mercedes and Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton has already privately said that he probably will end up leaving the team at the end of the season. Meanwhile, McLaren are also looking to continue their partnership with BMW. However, Andretti are the problem there. Not happy with the way the team is being shared with the ownership of the team and the investment. The team want to be able to challenge for race wins in 2021 and coming close with scoring 3 podiums so far this year. Williams also had a new upgrade courtesy of Mercedes having brought an upgrade. Their partnership with Venturi seems to be also on the edge, as with most teams, and also by the fact Hamilton's leaving could mean that they lose George Russell to the Mercedes team. And the final outfit was Virgin Audi. Virgin Audi have had some good pace at some point this year, but they do admit that their reliability has been a big problem, with many retirements for Nick de Vries this season, resulting in him sitting just 20th in the championship. But they hope that progress can be made over time. And to qualify now, Sebastian Vettel had a stonking lap in the second half of the session. He went fastest of all, 6/10 clear of Esteban Ocon in second. Road 2 is all BMW, McLaren and Andretti, with sights ahead of Norris. Gasly starts his best so far, P5. Verstappen, Ricciardo, P6-7. Leclerc 8, and the 2 Jaguars both in the top 10 for the first time this season. Outside the top 10 once again is Alex Albon and also he's joined by Kevin Magnussen. The 2 Venturi Williams are the closest they've been together so far, apart from the last race. Nick de Vries, a good job from him, to 15th. Antonio Felix da Costa once again starts from 16th on the grid, with the 2 Mercedes and the 2 Porsche Dragons cars being the slowest of all for today's German Grand Prix. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of the F1-E mod episode number 11 today for the German Grand Prix. If you missed the last race out in Azerbaijan, I recommend you go and check out. If you missed any of the episodes in the series so far, then I think there is a link to the playlist in the description below. I can't quite remember. If not, then it is definitely on my channel page, so you can go and check that out. But yes, to Germany, one of my favourite tracks on the calendar. Sadly, it'll be the last time one of the last times I actually race around this track in a modded career mode. But yes, it's a good track for me. But let's see what we can do.
Okay. Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
Yes, race strategy is a one-stop actually going on to the hards. This time we might pit a lap earlier, or so those hards though should be able to last for the. I have to hope there's a safety car because that looks quite high tyre wear around here. The two-stop doesn't look any better either. Yeah, those soft tyres aren't going there. Mitch Evans is on our left, our teammate. The first time our teammate is out-qualified as this season. In our third race for the team. 5 red lights are out and away we go. And it's been a mediocre start. Not really gaining or losing positions into turn 1. Although saying that, we have to take avoiding action as there has been carnage at turn 1 between, I think is that Leclerc and Verstappen? Yes, it is. They're the two championship leaders as well. Well, Leclerc's not going to score any points. 2 races in a row. Ricciardo very aggressive off the line. It just goes into the back of him. Does he get pointed? Does he get pushed into the back of him, or does he do it? No, he does it on his own accord. Unfortunately, Evans, well, he may have got some front wing damage. I'm not quite sure. To move to the end of lap 1, we're going to gamble here. We're going to go straight onto our set of hards. I do not think that the Ferrari or Ricciardo, who is in front of us, will be gambling for a set of hards. I think they'll be going for another set of soft tyres, like they did in France when there was a safety car on lap 1. We're going on to a set of hards, and we're going to try and take these hards to the end of the Grand Prix. The fact there's been a safety car means that there'll obviously be less tyre wear because we're not having to go. Well, we do have to catch them up. We shouldn't catch them up too much because the field is quite jumping. You can see it already on the mini map there briefly. Vettel was close, I think, as we move to lap 3 now, and our teammates quite up there. The 2 Williams are ahead. One of the Williams is ahead of Alex Albon, and unfortunately on the safety car restart, Brendan Hartley got taken out of our former teammates. So we're down to 17 runners now as we move to lap 3. And we're sort of in the slipstream of Ricciardo. It'd be good we could get Ricciardo and then slow him up, because his tyres are going to go off quickly. Vettel is actually on the mediums, but he will not be able to take them to the end of the Grand Prix. So he's doing the soft, medium, soft strategy. I believe those 2 are the only 2 that are stopping twice this afternoon. We might have to stop twice if the tyre wear gets really bad, but we're all over the back of Vettel. You can see on the minimap there's a huge train caused by the Venturi Williams. I think that's Russell, and he's got in front of our teammate, who I suspect have front wing damage. We're going to make a massive dive bomb, take to the bit of the grass to avoid, because the Mercedes off. I believe that is Hamilton cuts us off. We gain up 3 positions there. So move to lap 4 now. We still haven't managed to get past Hamilton now. We've got Ricciardo, who's got ahead of Vettel, and I believe that is De Vries. We're going to have a look at Hamilton here. Nothing we can do. We've got Da Costa as well, who's had an absolutely woeful run for me. Must have something wrong with that car. As we've been hit by Vettel. Contact with the German. Well, that's not that one. As we move to lap 4, our teammates in as well. Well, here's a replay, but he just literally punted. There's no way there's going to be room for both of us to go through that corner. I would not expect that. It's because it's Da Costa. He's going so slowly. He must have a problem. Otherwise, you can see the fact that Magnussen is well up the road, and Hamilton, of course, the Mercedes really isn't too, which is a shame because, of course, the Mercedes grandstand would love for a Mercedes power car to do well. Around the outside of Da Costa, he won't have the chassis to keep up with us. And up into what is P9 now, so, and that's very good. We move on board with George Russell. Now, as we go through, he's got the Mercedes of Hamilton, and he's actually taken off by Hamilton as well. And that's brought out the safety car. Now, interesting here, though, is that the safety car has come out. Hamilton is the race leader because he has yet to stop due to the glitch. And I'm in second place, but Hamilton pits on the next lap. And as a result of this, I become the race leader, so I've passed the safety car twice, and we could have avoided this kerfuffle if Hamilton had pitted at the same time. But nevertheless, we're going to carry on. We're the race leader, so our strategy is paying off. We will have faster cars behind us, of course. They're on their fresher medium tyres as opposed to our hards. Some of the people have yet to stop as well. Our teammate, though, is languished now to the back as we move to lap 7. Well, we got Da Costa in second. I think that's Van Dorn in third. We're going to try and stretch a little bit of a gap out now. We've got a bit of fuel to play with as well. As we move behind us, this is Daniel Ricciardo. He's still got to stop again, and he's going around the outside of Hamilton. That's a lovely move. As Nick De Vries, well, I said it in the practice program, he is out the race with yet more reliability problems as Ricciardo now moves into the pits along with Da Costa and Van Dorn. As now Carlos Sainz is moved out into P2, but I believe Sainz may have some sort of problem because he's going very slowly. I expect the McLaren to be able to match the Renault. They've been sort of evenly matched, but the Renault on the hards is all over the back of him. It's really only because of the hard tyres not having that much grip that Ocon is still not being able to get past him even after a couple of laps. You can see Gasly and this lot are all catching up to me. You can just see the silhouette of me has moved to lap 12. That lot are really fun. Our teammate is then rest in P7. And we're down to 15 runners now, with De Vries being the one that retired. Our tyre wear on the front left is at 45%. We'll monitor that. We'll keep monitoring that. Hopefully, the others seem to be will probably go to the end. I'm worried about the front left. That's pretty much the only one. Maybe I can't remember which one it was. There was another one that was on 41, but I think we should be fine. Tyre wear. We need to worry about, however, the fact of our pace has gone downhill badly. We've been caught by Ocon, who has now cleared Sainz, who must have some sort of problem. Though Norris and Albon have caught up to him. Not sure. Verstappen, of course, out on the first corner, and also Gasly there as well. So can we defend from Ocon? Will the Frenchman get his second Grand Prix win of the season? He's going to have a look into these as we go into the stadium section as well. We're not going to allow the Frenchman to make any sort of move there, but we will, of course, have to wait and see what we can do on the straights. I believe the Jaguar has a little bit more power than the Renault, although if they're upgrades, it's pretty much even with the new upgrades that Renault have brought this weekend. Moving up to the start-finish rate, start lap 16, the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix, and Ocon had a look down the inside there. We cut him off, and that's going to give us a little bit of breather. That's the end of the final lap. Ocon tries to go round the outside. We're not going to allow this. We're going to literally allow the car to understeer wide, and that's going to pretty much secure us the race win unless we make a mistake into the stadium section. It's going to be another victory. The tyre wear that we thought would happen didn't. The punches that we happen here we're coming through there. Jaguar haven't won before. I haven't been on the podium before the race at Japan, but we have now come to win 2 in a row now. Is this a sign that we are starting to challenge for the World Championship, or is it too late? We're on the final corner to win the German Grand Prix. A gamble that definitely did pay off there. And yes, Ocon second. Well, he was definitely a lot faster. It's only at 88th thousandth. This is second separating us. Norris 5/10. He finished ahead of Sainz in the end. Albon P5. Gasly 6th. Our teammate in 7th. Good job from him. Massa, good job from him in 8th. Magnussen 9th. And Lewis Hamilton came from 20th up to 10th on the grid. No points again for Daniel Ricciardo. He finished outside the points at P11. No points again as well for Sebastian Vettel, apart from the fastest lap and pole. But he wants the big points if he wants to challenge Leclerc in the title, especially when Leclerc isn't there. Van Dorn and Acosta were literally the only two others who didn't manage to finish. Didn't manage not to finish, excuse me. And so, well, Charles Leclerc remains on 165 points. Esteban Ocon, with his second place, moves up the table into second with Verstappen and Vettel, with Verstappen not scoring, Vettel scoring very little. I retain P5, but I've closed the gap to Vettel now with our victory, and we'll see what we can do there. It might be a little bit too late. Sainz is also up the table with Perez down to 8th. Ricciardo all the way down to 10th after not scoring, but I'm sure he'll bounce up. Mitch Evans is finally up into the top 12 for the first time this season. And so to the Constructors' Championship, well, Ferrari have lost out points, but the biggest, of course, Renault have made a big gain thanks to Ocon's second place over Red Bull. McLaren have also closed a bit in, with Techeetah starting to fall away and will settling to 5th place if they can secure ahead of ourselves, and Jaguar in 6th. Porsche Dragon remain a sitting duck in 7th now. The other three, the bottom three, all scored points today. Those Porsche Dragon didn't. We'll have to wait and see if they can hold on to that what will be vital 7th place in the championship. So yes, that has been it for today's episode of the F1-E Mod. If you enjoyed it, then please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and see more episodes of the F1-E Mod as when they come out. Until the next VRC time, take care, thank you so much for watching, enjoy today, and goodbye.